Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more Football Manager 2023 and another part of the Journeyman with Portsmouth. Today we have our Season 5 finale. We are ready and raring to go in the Sky Bet Championship decider, I guess. We've got two home games against Derby and Coventry. Unfortunately, we're not quite having that playoff push that we'd hoped for. Our form hasn't been fantastic recently, and yeah, we've kind of thrown it away a little bit over the last few matches. But the good news is we can still finish top half of the table, which would be awesome, and we're definitely clear of any sort of relegation worries. So it should be a nice celebration of where we are at with the football club and you know where we are at professionally as well. It has been a really good time at Portsmouth so far. We're into our this is coming up to the end of our second full season. This might even be season 6, is it? Let's have a little look. So season 1, season 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is season 6 finale. I apologise about that. Right. But good news is we have signed a new contract. We've more than doubled our previous contract to 5,000. It's a 2-year extension, so we will be here till the end of 2030, which is awesome. I think by that time we will definitely be ready to move on. We may well be ready to move on after today, but you know, we've definitely succeeded in what we wanted to do, which was keep Portsmouth in League One. That was our initial goal, and we're now very much established in the Championship and looking good going forward. But since you were last with me, as I said, things have gone very, very wrong. You last left me with that 1-0 victory over Luton Town. We then inexplicably lost to Coventry 4-1 away from home. Owen Dale did get a goal there, but Coventry look like they're possibly going to be relegated. I mean, they're outside of the relegation zone at the moment by 3 points, but yeah, that was a big shock losing that one. And we then had two very drab performances, one against Norwich 0-0, one against Reading 1-1 in that one. Not at our best. And then we had a bit of a cracking match against Nottingham Forest. We were 5-1 down in that one, brought it back to 5-4 by the 90th minute, but couldn't find a late equaliser. But yeah, crazy match, that one, and it looks a lot better on us than it really was, in all honesty. Cornick, Cottrell and Jake O'Brien scoring there. We then lost 3-1 at home to Watford. Cornick again scoring a goal, but we're just looking really, really disappointing. But luckily we went back to Fleetwood, obviously Journeyman alumni, and beat them 3-1 away from home. So we're going into these two matches with a little bit of momentum, I suppose. But after 5 games without a win since the last episode, that kind of put pay to any ideas of playoffs. Interestingly, had we won them, that would have been an extra 13 points and we'd be up here right now. So we'd only have an outside chance of qualifying for the playoffs anyway. So it wouldn't have happened. So there would have kind of been no point in that run of form. So it is what it is. Squad performances then. Top goal scorer is now Ricky J. Jones with 16 from 30. We've also got Cornick on 16 from 23. So ultimately, Cornick is our top scorer at the age of 33, which I think is pretty awesome. Top assists is Luke Cundle with 9, 7 for Russell Denny, 6 for Owen Dale, 5 each for Curtis, Dallas and Cottrell. And top average rating is Ben Cottrell with a 7.19. Big surprise of the season for me, and a 7.12 there for Jake O'Brien. But Cottrell, since he has come back from his loan spell at Millwall, he has been undroppable. You know, he came in that first match, which you've seen on camera. He performed really, really well. And he's only 26 as well, so he will improve a little bit, you know, given the right conditions, the right amount of time in the first team. He could improve and become a really, really top quality championship player, which is what we're seeing. You know, we didn't see much of that last year. Only 1 assist in 17 starts. This time he's had 12 starts, 5 goals, 5 assists, 2 player of the matches. So just a completely different player. And yeah, looking forward to seeing how he gets on in this match today. So let's get into it then. This is our 11 for the match against Derby County. We've got Brad Young starting in goal with Sam Curtis, Latte, Jake O'Brien and Logan Pye in defence. We've then got Adshead and Cottrell in the middle of the park with Dale Cundall and Poku starting behind Ricky J. Jones up top. Another player that didn't really do a lot for us last season, Kwame Poku. 6 goals and 4 assists in 32 games. Has come into the side recently, mostly as an impact sub, but has had a few starts and is starting to really perform in the Championship. So, as I said, a few players from last year, I think I said this in the last episode, a few players from last year just starting to show their heads a little bit and show their worth in terms of, our game. And yeah, very, very happy. We need to allow him to play under 21 football, by the way. I don't think he's played a single match for us this year. Olawayemi, which is a shame. Only played 3 for us last year as well. Right. Anyway, let's get Eden Rattle on the bench, shall we? Thomason is going to be leaving at the end of the season, I think. I think he said he wanted to consider his options. I'm sure he did. Let's just have a little look at this. Thomason. What was that about? Yeah. Okay, fine. Let's just, speaking of options at the end of contract, Glatzel was somebody that was going to do that. Let's see how he's got on at Kaiserslautern. Doing all right, actually. 4 goals in 9 games. So he is a decent player, Paul Glatzel. We know that, but we just couldn't give him the game time that he craved. But he's back in Germany. He'll do all right. We might see him later in the series. Who knows? But yes, without further ado, let's get ourselves into the match. And I am going to try very, very hard to integrate some youth into the team over the next season or so. Because we've got such a great youth system, not great financially. I think it's really important that we give some quality first team football to these guys. And we'll be talking a lot about that tomorrow, I think, with the transfer special. And hopefully we'll be moving forward with a younger squad, getting rid of some of the dead wood, if you like. And Cornick is 33 now. We don't really want to be relying on him for 16 goals next season. We'd like to come across a young talent, either within ourselves or elsewhere, to try and lead us forward, because Ricky J. Jones, as good as he is, will not be a 30-goal-a-season striker in the Championship, I don't think. But he could be. He could well be. Certainly has been an improvement over the second half of the season. Cottrell into the middle, Dale over the bar. You don't really want to find your 5'9" winger with one of those crosses, but Cottrell again looking dangerous with those deliveries, and yeah, he's doing a great job of pulling this team along at the moment. And 60 points in our first Championship season for a long, long time is a great achievement. Cundall into the middle, Cottrell off the line. He had the header there, and he has Adshead, gets it to Cundall now, could be offside, no flag, Cundall into the middle, and that's too deep even for Owen Dale's pace, but was certainly looking dangerous at the start. Can't quite tell if that was over the line. It didn't look it, so I don't think we were quite robbed there. So, yeah, shame for Ben Cottrell. Be nice to, after we've been singing his praises, for him to put in a top quality performance today. But you've seen how good he's played, and you've seen the start of that journey when we gave him a chance. He came back in January and did a great job. Pye into the middle. Here's Poku now. Poku still going, and Poku now back to Logan Pye, and that's forward. Poku with the header. I don't know what they're doing between those two, Poku and Pye there, but that wasn't fantastic. And here's Reese now running forward with a shot over the bar, but that was all caused by a Kwame Poku mistake there, and amazingly still over a 7 average rating. Now here's Reese still going. Is he going to whip it in? No, Latte comes out at defending. He's had his fair share of injury problems, but he's starting to get back to his best as well. Owen Dale on the right-hand side. We'd love to see him back to his best. Good run. Whips it in. Cottrell with the header, and that's just wide. I tell you what, Ben Cottrell is right in amongst the action in this first half. Decent performance there. It's where do we think we can improve that? And to be quite honest with you, Kundal has been very quiet. So I'm going to put Rattle on there, and we're going to put Poku in behind the striker instead. That's traditionally where he played last time. We just want to get a little bit of game time, you know, while there's not a lot for us to play for, at least, into our younger players. Here's Adsaid to Poku now. Poku's still on the ball. He whips it wide to Logan Pye, well controlled. Still got it, Pye into the middle, and it's Ricky J. Jones off the post, and it goes in. It rolled over the line. It spun over the line there. Very, very close, but Ricky J. Jones does get the goal. And, well, Pye, I mean, that was a brilliant cross. It was well controlled here. And there you go, beautiful dink over to Ricky J. Jones, who did his best to miss it, to be fair, but couldn't even miss a chance on a plate for him like that. That was really, really good. Here's Pye, gets it to Poku now. Pye again on the ball. Now, Jake O'Brien to Cottrell. Nice play this, and Logan Pye down the middle again. Here's Rattle with a chance. Has he won a penalty? I think he has. And who is going to take it? I think it's going to be Ben Cottrell. He has definitely been... what does that say? Delighted. Okay. And he has been taking our penalties recently, doing a good job with them. Is this now going to be another goal this season for him? A deserved goal today, and that's right in the corner. Beautiful penalty from Ben Cottrell. 7th goal of the season. And in the blink of an eye, we've gone 2-0 in front now. And that is exactly what we want to see. Very good there from Ben Cottrell, and straight away another highlight from the kickoff. And you sometimes see when we score a couple of goals, we really find our rhythm and steamroll our opponents. It's not happened many times this season, but certainly last year that was the case. And look at this, Rattle running onto the ball. He's not going to quite get there, but keeper comes out lentily now, and to House, and you can see the pressure that we're putting on them. Here's Bielik. Oh, ball over the top. It's going to go straight to Young, who heads it out. Bit risky. Curtis to Latte. Curtis again. Gets it to Adsaid. Now here's Cottrell, and this is perfect Cottrell range. Beautiful ball over to Pye. That's forward to Rattle. It looks like a carbon copy of the penalty before, and there you go. It is another penalty. Oh, well, if we've got a player that can win us penalties like that, that is something very, very crucial to have in. Cottrell's going to step up again. Can he score another penalty? Yes, he can. He chips it straight down the middle. That was confidence for you. And, I thought he'd made a right mess of it. But he stepped up and he just chips it into the back of the net. Keeper goes absolutely flying. And it is now Portsmouth 3, Derby County 0. Here's Pye. Gets it to Poku. Back to Pye again. Now O'Brien and Cottrell. Adsaid. This is just wonderful football to watch. Latte to Adsaid again. Adsaid wide to Curtis. Curtis is going to run with it a little bit. He gets it forward to Owen Dale. He's going to get in on the action now, but not a great cross from him. Here's Latte. Adsaid. Adsaid to Cottrell. Cottrell to Pye. Pye still going. Pye's going to whip it in, and Ricky J. Jones is there. And within 10 minutes, we've gone from 0-0 to 4-0. And we are very much a steamroller in Derby County. The Fratton Park faithful will be absolutely delighted with this. And I tell you what, that man Cottrell and Logan Pye both in on the action again, and Ricky J. Jones getting his 2nd of the afternoon. He's looking for the Portsmouth Golden Boot. It's going to be Cottrell into the middle. Jake O'Brien's there with a header, hits the bar. Wow. And here he is again. No. End of highlight that time. Right. I think Owen Dale's going to come off. He's going to have a little rest. We're going to bring Russell Denny in. He's had a little knock recently, so we don't want to push him too hard. Let's try Rattle in behind the striker. We'll put Ricky J. Jones on the left and Harry Cornick through the middle. Give him a chance to score some goals today as well. But Yeah, Portsmouth 4, Derby County 0. And, well, this is a chance for Russell Denny. This is definitely his sort of range with the free kick. Keeper's stood right in the middle. Oh, that was brilliant. What a free kick, but a superb save from the goalkeeper. Here's Cottrell now. He whips it into the middle. Oh, O'Brien with the header. And Lentinelli with the save. Very, very good. Here's Curtis. Russell Denny to Adshead to Cottrell. Here's O'Brien. And look how quickly we're moving this about. Logan Pye gets it to Ricky J. Jones. That's forward to Cornick now. Harry Cornick with the chip. And he scores his 17th goal of the season. Oof. This is a good footballing team, isn't it? This is going to be our best win of the season. First time we've scored 5 goals in a match this year. And, you know, Derby County are no mugs in this division. Nobody is, really. But, yeah, we have absolutely dominated them today. Well, we want more. You can tell we want more. So Brad Young boots it forward. Cornick's going to run onto it. This is Cornick again. Beautifully controlled. Is it going to be a second? Oh, it was so close to being his second. Right, Adshead's going to come off. We'll put Dallas on. Our substitute of the year, I would suggest. He's played most of the matches this year, and I would say a great deal of those have been from the bench. Here's Latte. Gets it to Dallas again. Dallas now to O'Brien. Here's Cottrell. Cottrell wide to Pye. Logan Pye gets it forward. Cottrell! Oh, nearly had his hat-trick. Very nearly had his hat-trick. 3 minutes of added time. I'd love to see either Ricky J. Jones. Oh, well, here's Rattle. Now Cottrell. Cottrell's still running. He gets it wide to Jones. Jones still going. Jones back to Pye now. Oh, he's lost it. Would you believe it? Logan Pye making a mistake today. He's been brilliant. Right, here's Ward. Ward on the ball. Trying to get Rattle to get onto it, but don't say we're going to lose our clean sheet. Don't say we're going to lose it. It's Latte. Now Dallas to Rattle. We've got 50 seconds left. Oh, Dean's going to get sent off. Oh, it gets bad to worse for Derby County. And they'll be pretty devastated about that. Here's Jake O'Brien to Cottrell. 6 seconds left. Dallas. Russell Denny. Latte now. Curtis. Dallas. Latte again. Curtis on this right-hand side. Nope. End of highlight for us. But there's 20 seconds. Oh, that's a terrible challenge from Curtis. He might get a red card here. No, he just gets warned. And is that going to be the final whistle? Yes, it is. And there you go. What a performance from us there in that match. Nice work to everybody out there. 5-0 in our penultimate match of the season. And, well, we've got every chance of finishing as high as 11th, ahead of Swansea. Derby down in 19th. They're safe this year, but, you know, not an ideal result for them. Looks like Everton are going to be going up as champions. Burnley are now into second, into the automatic promotion spot. Luton Town, who led this championship for a long, long time, have now dropped out of the playoff positions. That's pretty crazy. But yes, I'll see you for the Coventry City match. We were talking about that before. We only played them a few weeks ago and got absolutely stuffed. So let's go and get some revenge, shall we? Oh, by the way, I did want to talk to you about the youth intake this year. Very, very strong indeed. This player, or these players known as Elite Talent, Adam Cook, is a 16-year-old attacking midfielder, centre, can play on the wing as well. I think he's somebody that could well come in straight away next season and do something. Yeah, as I say, I think he's going to be very, very good. Might need a loan spell or two just to develop that nuance, but already worth 700k. This guy as well, Finn Englefield, centre-back, left-back, very, very good. Already got some decent attributes to 12 tackling. I think this guy could come in and do a job. Looking at his transfer value, 450k to 1.2 million. Definitely can improve a lot as well. Looking at lots and lots of players, these top talents. Goalkeeper Nicky Cleverly can come in as our backup goalkeeper next season. This guy, Stephen Doherty, central midfielder, already got good tackling. Could improve his passing and his marking, I suppose, but good aggression. Looks like it may be a Roy Keane type player with that aggression. So, yeah, really, really looking forward to using those guys. And I know a lot of you have said, why don't we see more of the youth setup? But yeah, there you go. There it is. We have got a strong under-21 squad. We've got a very, very strong under-18 squad as well. And fingers crossed we can improve all of these players. So yeah, we'll accept some of the suggestions. We'll move some of those guys up. Looks like this guy, Stephen Doherty, good enough to get into that group as well, which is good. Okay, very good. Very good. Right, let's head on to the Coventry match. You know what? For probably the first time this season, we're going for an unchanged lineup. I was so impressed with how we played last time. Let's go and do it again, everybody. Final game of the season against Coventry. I didn't check whether they still had a chance of being relegated or not, but we're trying to win the match anyway. There's no doubt about that. I mean, it's very, very tough in Football Manager when you've got so-called dead rubbers. I do feel like it's almost scripted that you don't do well, but then against Derby we did very, very well. So, maybe that is just a myth, but we'll see. Very, very good lineup, and let's have a look at how Coventry are playing. So they're playing a 4-3-3 essentially. Stephen Gerrard is Coventry manager. And let's just have a little look at that. So they are still potential relegation candidates if Fleetwood win and they lose heavily, which could happen against us. So we'll need to keep an eye on some later scores in the Fleetwood match. So they're at home to Burnley. It would be lovely to see Fleetwood stay in the division. Got a big soft spot for Fleetwood. But Salford also would need to get a result against Watford if they were to stay in the division. Here's Logan Pye with the throw to try and start us off here. Kundal now gets it to Poku. Poku on the ball. Now to Adshead. Adshead forward to Cottrell. Oh, it was going all over the place there. It didn't quite happen for anyone there. It was just bundling around. Here's Pye with the throw to Kundal. Kundal in towards Ricky J. Jones, who scores. Beautiful header into the back of the net. And it's now 1-0 to Portsmouth. And that puts Coventry under pressure in this match then. They have to get back into it. And that could change things around. Fleetwood still 0-0. Salford are 1-0 up as well. So Coventry drop down to 21st position. Owen Dale with the free kick. Curls it round. Good save by Hine there. But, very close there for Coventry. That could have been them out of it all. Here's Kundal. Whips it in to Way. End of our highlight. But still running forward, and Adshead cuts it out. That was very, very good defending from David Adshead there. Now, it's Daniel, isn't it? Keep calling him Dave. We might. It's a bit like Only Fools. Maybe we should rename him Dave. Right. That wasn't a bad first half performance. Again, I think Kundal could be doing better, but apparently he is doing a 7.1. So we'll bring Poku off. We'll put Rattle on. I want to give him another half of football. Owen Dale can come off for Russell Denny. And Cottrell apparently not having the best of games, but I think that's nonsense because Cottrell is the best thing since sliced bread. We know that. Let's encourage them again to try and score another goal. That would be quite nice if we could do that. Here's Pye. Gets it to Kundal now. Pye again. Adshead. Or Dave. Oh no, that's not a great a great pass from Jake O'Brien. Now Sinani on the ball, whips it in towards Still, but Curtis gets it away. Here's Balaji, Bayliss still going. Feels like we're going to give away a penalty here. Oh no, Bayliss still going. Oh, but Curtis gets it away. That was brilliant. Now here's Balaji to Sheaf. Forward to Sinani now, and it's still... Oh, it's off the post. It's off the post. I think that's their chance. Yeah, now hopefully we refocus and get going again. Still 0-0 in the Fleetwood match. If they were to score a goal, they might well stay up. Cundle into the middle. O'Brien with the header. I thought that was in. It bulged the side net in. Owen Burnley have scored 2 goals against Fleetwood, so now Coventry are safe by the looks of it. I don't think Fleetwood will score 3. Here's Price into the middle, Latte away. Ricky J. Jones to Rattle now. Rattle forward to Jones. This is good. He's got Cottrell square, but Ricky J. Jones goes himself. Here's Russell Denny. Now into Daniel Adshead, who scores. That was a fabulous shot. There was some power behind that, wasn't there? That was brilliant. Ricky J. Jones is going to come off. Cornick's going to come on. Stuart Dallas, probably his final match for us. He's going to come on. Raggett as well. I'm thinking he might be done for in his mid-30s now and not having the best of times. I think somebody said Raggett's the only current Portsmouth player still in the squad. But I think that might be ending very, very soon. Here's Rattle, and that was a poor touch, wasn't it? That was pretty bad from him. Don't think Fleetwood are going to be getting back into their match 2-0 down to Burnley. It would be an amazing comeback, but we need to score a few goals to help them out as well. Pie, Rattle, still going Rattle here, cuts inside. Nice little ball to Russell Denny. Now Dallas on this right wing. Oh, it's a good ball forward to Russell Denny. This is a chance now. It's Adshead. That's a penalty, is it? No, not quite. Raggett with the header. Here's Cottrell. Now Cundle. Beautiful ball forward to Stuart Dallas, who whips it in. Cornick with the goal. 19th goal of the season for Harry Cornick now. And he's been invaluable this second half of the season. He's picked up a lot of good goals, but he is 33, and you don't want to have to rely on those goals. You want somebody that can improve, has the potential. Here's Ballard now. Decent chance for Ballard here. Whips it in. Allen. Oh, and Cundle away. Here's Phillips. Him at now. End of highlight, and Fleetwood 3-0 down now to Burnley. It's all over for them. They're going down with Wigan and Huddersfield, but we have scored 8 goals in this final episode of Season 6. And we've played very well, and this is exactly what I wanted from all of our games from this season. I wanted us to be able to take that momentum into next season, and we very much can do that now. We've got a top half finish under our belt. We finish 11th. Swansea didn't get a result. They lost to Stoke. Everton and Burnley are the ones going up. Sunderland have edged out Luton in the playoffs, so it's going to be Sunderland, Norwich, Stoke and Nottingham Forest who are in the running for the playoffs, which is awesome for them. But going down, sadly, Fleetwood, Wigan and Huddersfield Town. Salford surviving on the last day of the season, and wonderful to see that happening as well. You can see all 4 of those teams securing their playoff spots today. They might not have been able to do it. It was all very, very close, but that's the way it goes. And, what a season, you have to say. The last 3 matches have really helped out and helped us be positive going into next year. It's been up and down, but we've been a lot more consistent since the turn of the year. You look at that season there, and that is definitely a top half of the table, maybe even playoff pushing team. So if we make the right additions over the summer, we could potentially be going for playoffs next season. Looking at the squad, you know, not many contracts expire at the end of the season, but I think the likes of Agungbo, Nathan Lowe, of course, Stuart Dallas, will be going on their way. I think we'll be maybe looking to move on the likes of Burrows, maybe the likes of Kundal because of his value, and his wage might be somebody to look at to go, even though he's been an integral part of our team. And Sean Raggett, who's not had the best of seasons, he's still at Portsmouth after many, many years, of course, making the step up to the Championship for the first time since forever, really. He's not played at this level particularly much in the past, so I guess his level is League One and below. He's not been at his best this year, and he is 34 now, and you think maybe age has caught up with him just a little bit. Owen Dale, 29 now. He's had a rough second half of the season. I think if you look at his form, you know, he's not had the best of times in this second half of the year. You know, there's not been many matches where he's been over a 7 rating, which it isn't like him. You know, 4 matches over a 7 rating. You know, only 1 assist in the last 20 matches and 2 goals. So, again, a player that's we've relied on so heavily in the past, and you know, might be towards the end of his journey. Ricky J. Jones, 18 goals in 41 appearances this season, still has something to offer, I think. And Cornick, where is he? Harry Cornick, he's got a year left on his contract, 19,500 a week, but 15 goals. That's his most Championship goals ever. Perhaps he's at the best he will ever be at. But yeah, there's some big decisions to make in the summer, especially because we've got a lot of players in this under-21 squad that I think could do a job. You know, the likes of Matthew Clark. Where's he on loan at? He's on loan at Exeter in League 2. He's scored 10 league goals. So he can find the back of the net. He's improving all the time. Might be somebody to bring in. Adam Cook, who we've only just brought about. Stephen Doherty as well. Callum Irving, Chris Fisher there. You know, lots of players looking good. Eden Rattle, of course, has done a great job as well. Joshua Mohammed looking like a good player. You then look down into the under-18s and you see this guy, Liam Terrington, 3-star ability. He's been on loan at AFC Wimbledon. He has surely got to be in our first team next season. We're going to move him to the senior squad. He's going to be unavailable for loan when we bring him back. This guy as well, Lyle Kessel, he's been on loan at Fylde. But has improved a massive amount this season. Has 17 first touch, 13 dribbling, okay pace. He can play up top, he can play on the right. Lyle Kessel, remember the name, can find the back of the net. As I say, I'm guessing he hasn't been playing. Yeah, he's been playing on the wing. Or has he? Yeah, he has. So I think put him up top and he does a good job. Personally, I think so. So again, I think somebody that to promote to the senior squad. Nicky Cleverley, as I said, I think he needs to be our backup keeper next season. Kieran Jones looks all right. He's been on loan at Scunthorpe in the Vanarama National, has scored goals at that level. Might need another year. But we've got some really exciting players at the club coming through, and that's where we're going to look at next season. And tomorrow, it could be quite a quiet transfer special. I really don't know what we're going to be expecting in terms of wage budget. They seem to think that our next year's wage budget is going to be losing another sort of £50,000 per week. So I think we're going to have to try and scrimp and save and all of that. We're going to get 1.2 million to spend. It's not a lot. We're going to have to try and rely on maybe loan signings this year. We haven't had a single loan signing this year, so that's maybe an area that we can improve going into next season, not paying a lot of wages and try and push on with our youth players. But what a fantastic season 6 it's been. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then give it a massive thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more Football Manager videos, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.